Most people have no idea that a tiny brown 1-cent wheat penny sitting forgotten in an old drawer or a dusty coin jar could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more. And today, we are talking about one of the most searched and most wanted old USA coins ever, the 1956 1-cent wheat penny. This is not clickbait, this is real history, real money, and real coins that collectors are desperately hunting for right now. Imagine finding a simple penny that looks ordinary at first glance, but once you know what to look for, it suddenly becomes a life-changing discovery. This video is for collectors, beginners, treasure hunters, and everyday people who want to know if the change in their pocket could secretly be a jackpot. So stay with me until the end, because what you learn today could completely change how you look at pennies. Forever, the 1956 wheat penny is one of those coins that millions of people have handled, but very few truly understand and hidden. Among normal common examples are rare errors, rare conditions, and special varieties that can turn a 1-cent coin into a serious collector's prize. This coin comes from the final years of the legendary wheat penny era, a design that represents American history, strength, and survival. And when you combine that history with rarity, condition, and minting mistakes, you get one of the most exciting pennies to search for in modern coin collecting storyboard. We dive into values. Let us travel back in time to the year 1956. America was booming. The post-war economy was strong. Cars, televisions, and new homes were everywhere. And while people were spending money and building the future, the United States Mint was quietly producing millions of wheat pennies made mostly of copper, each one carrying the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the front and 2 wheat ears on the back, a design that had been in use since 1909 and would soon come to an end just 2 years later, making the 1956 wheat penny part of the final chapter of an iconic American coin series, and that alone already gives it historical importance. 1956 wheat penny was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. And this is where things start to get interesting, because not all 1956 wheat pennies are created equal. Some are extremely common and worth just a few cents, while others, depending on mint mark condition and errors, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And the biggest mistake people make is assuming all old pennies are the same. They are not. And the difference between a common coin and a rare one often comes down to tiny details that most people overlook. Imagine this scenario. You are going through an old jar of coins left behind by a parent or grandparent. You see a brown penny with wheat stalks on the back, and the date says 1956. Most people would toss it aside without a second thought. But what if that penny has a rare mint error? What if it was struck on the wrong planchette? What if it has a double die or an off-center strike? What if it is in near-perfect, uncirculated condition? These are the details that separate a 1-cent coin from a collector's dream. And in this video, we are going to break it all down slowly, clearly, and in a way that anyone can understand. And this is just the beginning, because as we move deeper into this video, you will learn how to identify the most valuable 1956 wheat pennies, how much they are selling for right now, what collectors look for, and how you can check your own coins at home without expensive equipment. You will also learn why some 1956 wheat pennies sell for less than $1, while others sell for prices that shock even experienced collectors. So make sure you watch closely. Listen carefully and do not skip, because every section builds on the last, and missing one detail could mean missing out on real money. Let us go deeper into what truly makes the 1956 wheat penny so important, and why collectors all over the United States and around the world continue to hunt for it every single day. The first thing you must understand is mint marks, because the tiny letter below the date can completely change the value of the coin. The 1956 wheat penny was produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and each mint tells a different story with different rarity levels. And collector demand, the Philadelphia Mint produced the highest number of coins, and these coins have no mint mark. And all this means, if you see a 1956 penny with no letter under the date it was made in Philadelphia, and while most of these are common and circulated, condition high-grade examples can still be valuable, especially if they have strong luster and sharp details. Then we have the 1956 wheat penny produced at the Denver Mint, and this version is one of the most searched by collectors, because many examples were heavily circulated, and finding one in high-grade condition is much harder than People think the Denver Mint focused on mass production, and many coins left the mint with weaker strikes, especially on Lincoln's hair. And the wheat stalks on the reverse, which means a fully struck example, stands out immediately to a trained eye. And collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that show full details. Now comes the 1956 Wheat Penny from the San Francisco Mint. And this is where excitement really starts to build, because San Francisco, wheat pennies are known for lower mintages and higher collector demand. The 1956 penny is often found with softer strikes and dull surfaces, which again makes high quality examples rare, and when one surfaces in brilliant, uncirculated condition, it quickly becomes the center of attention at auctions and private sales. But mint marks alone are not enough. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting, and this is where many people unknowingly lose money, because they clean their coins or misjudge their condition. A circulated 1956 wheat penny that has been used in everyday transactions may only be worth a few cents, but an uncirculated coin that still has original mint luster, sharp rims, and no wear can be worth many times more, and if that coin has never been cleaned, scratched, or damaged, its value increases even further. Collectors look closely at Lincoln's cheek, jawline, hair details, and the wheat ears on the back, because these areas show wear first, and the more detail that remains, the higher the grade and the higher the volume. Let us talk about errors, because this is the part that turns an ordinary penny into a treasure. And the 1956 wheat penny is known for several collectible mint errors that can be worth serious money. One of the most famous is the off-center strike, where the design is not properly aligned on the coin. Some off-center strikes show missing letters or parts of Lincoln's portrait, and the more dramatic the offset, the more valuable the coin, especially if the date is still visible. Another exciting error is the double die, where parts of the lettering or numbers appear doubled due to a misaligned die during the minting process. Collectors carefully inspect the date, the word liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust," because doubling in these areas can mean a major premium. Another rare and valuable error involves clipped planchettes, where a piece of the coin is missing due to a metal cutting mistake before the coin was struck. These coins look unusual and immediately catch the eye, and because errors like this were never meant to leave the mint, they are highly collectible and often sell for far more than normal examples. And then there are wrong planchette errors, where a 1956 wheat penny was struck on the wrong metal blank, creating a coin with a different color, weight, and thickness. These are extremely rare, and when authenticated, they can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Makes all of this even more exciting is that many of these valuable coins are still out there, hidden in old collections, piggy banks, estate sales, and inherited coin jars. People often do not realize what they have, and that is why videos like this matter, because knowledge is what separates the person who spends a rare penny from the person who sells it for a premium and changes their financial situation. As we move forward in this video, we are going to talk about real-world prices, real auction results, and what collectors are paying right now for top-grade and error 1956 wheat pennies. We will also explain how you can safely check your coins at home using simple tools and what mistakes to avoid, so you do not accidentally destroy the value of a potentially rare coin. This journey into the world of the 1956 wheat penny is only getting started, and the deeper we go, the more surprising the discoveries become.